Be right back. I think we're just live. No loop today. Haha. Just straight up live. All right. What is that? What is that? What is that? All right, we're going to try it this way this time. The camera's been moved for anybody who's joining. So we'll see if this is better. Also, no background music because we're doing a mic check. We have rebooted all the network stuff prior to the stream starting. So hopefully we have a much smoother experience than the experience that didn't happen last week, because we kind of deleted all that from existence. That was not our best foot forward. That was horrible. Thank you to anybody who was with us at all last week on Friday. That was awful. It was truly awful. And anybody who stuck it out even a little bit, you are heroes. Okay, let's go take a look at this. Let's see what this compensation gift is here in a second. I'll move to the other side. Are we excited about this? Do we think it's going to be a great one? I think they said it's going to be Armada directives. Is that right? We shall see.
Yes. Oh, maybe. Could be.
Yeah, no. I don't know. Oh, my brother. My brother just apparently saw us go live and said, surprise features, huh? What'd they mess up this time?
A whole lot.
Yeah. As per usual.
At least the game's been playable. Knock on wood.
Yeah. Knock hard on wood. I bet you Sin might be joining us soon. I haven't heard anything from him. I hope everything's going
I think
okay.
he said he was going to be late.
Okay. Where is... Bam. Gotta go.
We're not Twitch streaming tonight?
Are we?
I don't know. I didn't see you pop up.
Let me see. It says view on Twitch. Let's see if it pulls us up in this window up here. It does. Yikes. Crazy. Alright. Let me go check out the Twitch. Hopefully it's muted. It might not be. I might have been creeping on another person's stream. Okay. I think it's muted.
You really need to shave your head again.
Dude, I know. It's happening this weekend. Last time I was shaving it, like my wife cut it all for me and then I shaved it. And then I got a really bad sunburn on the top of my head and I still tried to shave it. And that was agony. Like, Nope. Not a fan.
Jesus, son.
Yeah, that was not good. I've got my scalping device / razor right over here. Soon.
Alright, they're starting directive 010 override SMS.
Right, so I think the way to score in this event, and you might want to come move in next to me, is to just go hit a dead base. That's what I've been hearing from people, is just go blow up a dead base, and that's how you get your points. And I think that's horrible.
I think even... Why did all of a sudden... Oh, there we go. I'm about to say, I thought we lost all our territory for a second. Rev even made that comment on his video today.
Oh. The fact that it's dumb that you can hit dead bases and get points. Let's see if that's true. We're gonna try it.
Well, that's... MB did the same thing, he said.
Oh, did he? This one was cracked earlier. Yep, we just got some points for hitting that person. Sorry, whoever this is. I'm pretty sure they don't play anymore. Oh, we're already sitting and spinning. Thank you.
You hitting Darkwing?
No, that was out in territory. I found this one earlier before somebody had linked him. So I was just like, this will be alright. Okay. I'm going to close out the Twitch thing for now, so I'm not using unnecessary bandwidth, so hopefully we don't have the same flippin' issues we had last time. Just in case. There's nobody else in my house. I've rebooted all my network gear. I closed any unnecessary processes on my computer like we should be, as good as we're ever going to get here. So hopefully we don't have the same issues. Now, we did tweak some stuff on the back end, freaking out last time about what we were doing and tried to make it so that we were more compatible with the ultra-wide monitor, but I'm not on the ultra-wide monitor now. Now I've got it back on the monitor that worked previously, and the camera's just moved up. So hi everybody way up there. How are you? Let's see. So I gotta wait 10 minutes until this shield comes down, and we'll see what the heck we're gonna do in that time. We got some fun stuff I think we're going to chat about over the next 3 hours. Because I think there's some omens of what's to come. But I want to wait for Sin to get here for that. Because he's got a different... I think he has the same take, but a different justification for it.
What's that?
Just the direction that the game's heading soon. The gist of it is, I believe that we've pretty much hit the golden age, and it's going to go down. I don't think it's going to be like the game's about to collapse, like we were talking about in September, if it had continued going the way it was going. But I think that it's about to start like settling into what this game is ultimately going to be, like its final phase of existence. This game.
Is this thing on?
It is now. Hello, Sin. Welcome. Well,
What's
maybe.
going on?
There you are.
What do you mean, where am I?
There, no, there you are. I'm not looking in the game. I just mean you're here, gracing the airwaves with your melodic voice.
I am gracing the airwaves. So are you streaming on everything now? Or,
I think so. We tried to go back to stream elements and to hit both, like, we're like back to zero, basically. All I did over what we were doing the previous week is maybe tweaked a little bit of the stream settings to use with the ultra wide that we didn't end up using. And I've got the camera up above my monitor that I used to use stuff. Now, probably next week, I will change all this stuff around and I'll put this monitor right here in front of me with the camera right above it and the ultra wide up top. That's very likely happening.
So, that means I don't have to send Stewie any of the pictures of the fly with you looking up at it.
Right, just because I'm just looking all the way like I'm still looking up at that, but I'm also looking up at everybody else. So unless I start looking like at my, like literally at my ceiling, there's gonna be no more of that.
Well, let's hope so, because I'm sure there'll be some opportunity to make fun of you.
Yeah, I also need like a green screen rug now, apparently. So, as you can see part of the floor behind me and stuff, but whatever, we're powering through.
It's
Oh,
acceptable.
yeah, it's acceptable for now. We'll tweak it.
What up, Senate? At least Jason's wearing a shirt. That's all I gotta say.
This time, I'm wearing pants now too.
Well, okay. You know what? I'm gonna go over here for a few minutes.
No, come with us.
Nope. I'm gonna
What's
over.
the
I'm gonna
lotion
over
on the
here.
skin?
How many people have you blown up for this super awesome,
None.
really confusing
I have
PvP
not
event?
been on. I have not been on all day. I had some trees to trim.
Is that code for something?
No,
Not
that
really
means I
bushfires.
actually got my ass outside and did some yard work. It's a gorgeous day out here too. You know, those Canadian fires are truly making it easier.
I was gonna say, how's that? Because we've got them down here too. Welch, are you hazy over there?
But that's not from the Canadian fires.
It's from
So
something
for
else
us,
blowing
we're
in
not
from
getting
Canada.
the haze. It's interesting because all of our stuff is just we're getting some of the smell, some of the smoke, but you know, one of the guys from my alliance came to Detroit this week,
Mhm.
and we walked the city, did a food tour. It was friggin' amazing.
Cool.
But he showed me the ring camera from his house in Philly, and he's having haze like nobody's business.
Yeah. Gross. Stinking
And
Canadians.
I saw pictures from New York. I mean, it's like what, like LA in the 80s.
Is it smog everywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah,
of
so
that.
I have
Some
not-
places up
I've
in
not done-
Watertown, New York and like Fort Drum area. They're having major issues because they can't fly.
So they can't fly like an eagle. Fly like an eagle. All right. I'll give up. That's not my day job. So no, I haven't been in game all day. This is actually the first time I jumped on.
Well, they decided to do something new, and probably, I think, in one of the dumbest ways they could have possibly done it.
You talking that token, PvP token?
Yeah, I'm talking a really confusing. You've got a maximum 6-hour window to get your points in. You probably won't use all that window, so I don't like it. I think that
Well-
it's an omen of bad things to come.
You know, I've heard a rumor.
Oh, it
about
is.
that, is you only got an hour and a half, and then you don't see the events after that.
There is something else that I'm hearing about it, and I'm not sure if it's true.
Hmm.
But if you dry hump a base,
That's what I'm trying
you're
right
getting
now.
the points too.
Yep.
That's what we're about to do.
Right, I'm humping the right dock while somebody else is humping the left dock.
There's Tilly. I'm gonna put some sort of base defense type crew on here.
Yeah, where is that 010? I thought it was part of the storylines.
They did, and they moved
To
it.
the far right of the screen.
Yeah, it's past your daily stuff now.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I fucking hate you.
it was already confusing, and they made it even more so. They doubled down on confusion.
What are these rewards you get? What are these shitty rewards?
I don't know, some sort of
an
tokens for an
override scoring
SLB.
token. I don't.
If you do just up to the 4th tier, I think is what they said was, you close out the story event for the day.
I already did that, just by blowing up hostiles for the battle pass.
Yeah, I did that. I finally got my Frank A maxed. Woohoo!
Yay!
Done with that ship. 138 on my M score, so I'm getting close to being done with that fool too.
Nice. I need one more pool to get this one maxed out, and then I can stuff it in the scrapper and keep going. Yikes. Hate
Yeah,
it.
I have not focused much on it. I do love my Talio, so.
The Talios is fun. I'm glad they gave us that before they moved into this new era of the game. I think...
Yeah, you saw... Did you take a look at what I sent you?
No, not yet, but I know enough about what you were doing.
Jerk. You're a jerk. Black half Dan jerk.
Black Jerk Dan.
No, full jerk Dan. that could bring up some other connotations too, which we're not going to bring up.
Fucking wanker.
The hell was I just going to say? No, so I mean, it's just the sheer amount of ships. I think they've given us in the past 14 months 9 ships, 7 buildings, 51 officers. You know, also the most important were like 51 or 57 avatars and frames. It's like, oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I think for a lot of reasons, we're transitioning into the final stage of this game. And I think I'm finally out even on the battle pass. I don't think I'm going to pick up the battle pass this month.
Same.
I am ready to transition into
either.
full free to play and coast. And I'll
I
tell you
think there's
why.
a lot of people like that. I'll tell you, the people in their 30s who don't have the Talios, they were not able to finish that event yesterday because of the sheer amount of Borg probes that you had to do.
And 33
And
space.
Scopey's like saying, yeah, Scopey's like saying, so it's like not the freelooter one, the Borg probes.
Right. Which I haven't done that one yet because I'll probably do that during reset. I
I don't
mean,
think you can. That was, is it still on there?
no, there's another one that came out for Assimilate Choice, which is Parsteel and stuff that you can go hit freebooters or Eclipse hostiles. And you got
no, I'm
2
not
days.
talking that one. I'm talking about the one that you had.
The battle pass yesterday or today. There's a threat reduction
The
today.
battle pass. It was part of the storyline events. Yes.
Oh, right. So you don't even get your half of your Voyager prints. So it's going to take you the full 100 days of grinding to get the Voyager.
Yeah. So if they don't send out a 50 pack because of all those, I mean, he's not a high level player. I mean, 39, but he's also not a low level player. It was called Deflector Inflection. Now, if you had the Talios, you scored 10 times the score. And I don't think it even says it. It's in your events still.
Is it?
But, you know, once I found out that it was 10 times, it was like not so bad for me. But for the lower level players or players who don't have the Talios, it was horrible. You couldn't do it. Could not complete it.
Yep.
And I think that's really piss poor on Scopely's part.
Yeah, but isn't that stuff so kind of based off of your level lock?
You know? Well, yes and no. I had 1.33 billion that I had to close out to get it. You're probably the same because I think we're at the same level. He still had, he needed to return to, I guess the max he could do was 33 space, 18 trips. So that was, it was some ungodly number. I think it was about almost 900
You don't have-
kills that he had to make.
Yeah, where you don't have enough, even if you have the amount of time in the day to go do that, you don't have enough of the tokens to do it anyways, even with the 2 that they give you.
Right.
Yeah.
So
That's
how many
dumb.
points are you scoring on dry hump in the base?
I'm gonna look in a minute. I'm about to hit 20 of these, so we'll find out. I'm at 15. Anybody who's gonna be like, Dan's cheating? Like, I'm not cheating. I'm working the pay plan
No.
here. This is what they've incentivized players to do. Is go find somebody who's already quit the game and beat them up for however long. Because if you don't do that, you're not actually competing in the SLB the way that it's written. Who cares if it was designed that way? Who cares what the intent was? This is the SLB we find ourselves competing in. Hooray. Alright, let's see what we've got.
Well, they've made it impossible.
Yeah, I just get 1,000 points per. It says destroy 1 player and get 1,000 points. So I hit it about 21 times.
I'm on 23 hits right now.
Yeah, so if I hit it, it's what? 1,499 times to finish the last one or something like that.
How many times?
It's like 1,490 to finish the thing. It's supposed to be one of those heroic ones where you don't actually finish everything. But if you sit there for the entirety of the thing and just keep hitting a dead base, you can't actually do it.
Yeah, so at an hour 10, I've got to close out at 1.49 million.
You've got it closed out?
That's what I got to do.
Oh, okay.
What level?
But I'm only at... Oh, shit. 24,000?
Yeah, that's about where I was at. You must be doing what I'm doing.
So I will have to wait to pick this up till... Yeah, because I can't jump in on one. There's one starting in 5 hours and there's one starting in 12. Pardon?
The way the time break's done, it's not worth you jumping into it now with only an hour left.
Well, I can't jump into it now. It's closed.
Oh shit!
For now.
Okay.
I'll have to jump onto it at it looks like at about 8 o'clock our time tomorrow ish. 7:30, 7 o'clock our time.
Yeah, I think I started this one at 7, so it might be 7 a.m. It's offset from normal too, which is even dumber. Like, if you're gonna do something like this, do it when people are used to shit changing. Another tone deaf thing. They're like, hey, we finally figured out how to do fun PvP. This isn't PvP, Scopely.
No, they have fucked everything up.
Yeah, so you've got your giant list of the, what do you want to call your approach to looking at the way that the game is right now? Or what the...
My approach, I feel like we're being bent over and they're just, sticking their hands in our pocket to go get our money. And that's the only way you can play this game. Is what it really feels like.
Well, I think we're entering the twilight phase of the game. Not the game's going to die anytime soon, I don't think. I think it's going to slowly just start dropping off again. I think that the game... I would be very surprised if the game continues to grow from where it's at now for a lot of reasons.
Well, okay, so how many players would you say we have across servers, just US-wide?
I have no way to estimate. No one shares that data with me.
No, but you think about it. There's how many servers active?
I don't even know. I used to be in most of them, but I'm not now. I'd say maybe 90 active, but after all mergers and stuff, I might be off by a little bit.
An easy number. 100 servers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just an easy number for shits and giggles. Let's say each one has an active player base of what? 450? More?
Maybe. Oh, well, you're talking about just North American? Because we're at like server 63 and they're in the 90s now, and we're probably maybe 60 servers that are active.
I'm just using easy number.
Yeah.
But if we have let's say we've had 1,000 people through our server.
Mm-hmm.
It's 10,000 players. There's always room for getting new player base and rotating in new money. and that's their game. Roll it in, roll it out. They don't
Right.
care how, the longevity.
Yeah, but I
You
think
get all
there's a
these-
lot of factors working against them at this point. There's a lot of things going for them. Like, if I was going to start the game over, if I was just coming into it, there's a lot of cool things in the game now that didn't exist when I started. Field training and your mess hall, all sorts of stuff. But there's some things that were working for this game's favor that are going to stop working for it soon. I mean, some of it already is. Like, Welch even stated in the last stream that doesn't exist because I deleted it because it was horrible. But...
Was there a stream? I thought there was just a...
There was just a glitchy spaghetti mess. It was awful. Our final
anyway,
count was 3 attempts on YouTube. What's that, Welch?
Puts the lotion on the skin.
Yeah. Well, we had 3 attempts on YouTube and 5 attempts on Twitch. That's how many times it took us to try to stream last week. So, gross.
Anywho, what was it that you were saying Welsh mentioned?
So Welch mentioned last week that pretty much the only reason he's playing is because of COVID, right? Like, a lot of people started playing during COVID.
That, yeah.
Like, that's the thing, is that this game probably this game very much wouldn't be what it is without probably 3 big factors. One of them was a pandemic that forced a lot of people to go try to find something new, and this is what people picked. The second one is their IP, which is why a lot of other people even play it, is because it's a okay Star Trek game. It's not amazing, but it's okay. It ticks enough of the Star Trek boxes for people who are Star Trek fans to keep them playing it, because you're basically just collecting Star Trek cards.
Yeah. So I'm going to say this. Coming in as a new player, it's going to be tough, because even as a old player, all of the new stuff you have to do in here is so convoluted. There's zero organization. How many different areas do you have to go for research? How many different currencies are there? How many, different things that don't make sense because they should go together here in one spot? How about collecting your dailies? That's a cluster fucking hell.
Well,
how many times do you have to click?
How many people know players that until recently maybe still don't know, that couldn't figure out the difference between frickin' kinetic damage and frickin' energy damage and use the right frickin' crew for that? And now they're bringing in isolytic damage, and they're like, it's like if you had an arrow and a shield and somebody used their microwave, and it's like, what the fuck are you guys talking about right now? Like, I think it's cool, but the game has already existed for so long that it's the wrong time to try, like, to introduce that in your next game. Like, that doesn't make sense in this game. It is unnecessarily complicated for the people who are going to be playing this game long term.
I mean, and now they just added in, and Welch, I know you got the Voyager. Is there, that's another new grind.
How do you know that?
Because you're showing up on the event board, you fool.
Rats you out.
You and I are in the same bracket.
Yeah. And he keeps an eye on you.
Anyway, with that, you're now grinding new hostels with new whatever drops that you have to pull in to refine for a new refinery. The whole refinery that was introduced with the Bajoran. Get this, turn this in, get that, turn it to that, move to that, get back on this, and the circle of stupidity.
True, but I think if everything had been like the Bajoran faction to start with, the game would have been a much better game. The problem is that they led us down one path and then went, oh wait, we found a better way to do that. And then they did it, and it was confusing for people who were used to, your augment and your rogue, really, reputation, because that's all that there was for the longest time.
Yeah, but also at the same time, I think they need to not push new factions that require new grinds as quickly as they have done too.
That's how they make their money.
That's what my spreadsheet I was tracking show just how many of the new they've had. Let me go pull that Salinas up. Oh, what did I put that in?
I think that there's three big things, counting your approach, looking at all of the what do you want, like fatigue, I guess, on both our side and their side, from the player side, and it looks like from a dev side, especially like a customer support side. There's that. There's G6 is coming soon, and that's going to rock the boat. There's no, like, G6 is not going to make anybody happy. It's just a requirement.
It's not going to rock the boat. It's going to tip it over.
Well, there's that, and then the other big thing for me, and we had a conversation, I feel like maybe a year ago. I don't think it was on stream, but that the game would pretty much, they wouldn't have much left to put in the game by the time that they hit Voyager. And here we are. They put in Voyager, and you can count on probably 3 fingers how many Star Trek series they haven't touched in this game so far before they have to go back and scrape the barrel.
Not even just that. I mean, they totally fucked up the Voyager arc. This is the worst arc. This whole storyline shit it seems like a test that failed.
Right, it's a second version of the Battle Pass where it's like, oh, if you want this other thing, you have to engage daily here on top of your Battle Pass. Which to me,
even on top of that,
hey Kenyatta, how are you?
Ship, it just, everything is falling out of Star Trek canon, and I know that's my geeky way of saying this shit, right? We're geeks. We're gonna say these things, but for me, the Voyager is underwhelming. I'll tell you, the locate base, where the fuck did that ever come in the show? Oh, we can locate where their home area is. No.
Yeah, especially with Voyager, because
something that they were trying to appease people.
Well,
but they're not appeasing people. You know, the whole cat and mouse game is gone. And well, I don't know. What's the cooldown on that?
30 minutes from what I've heard from people. If I'm wrong,
but you can only do it so many times during a day, anyways.
Well, yeah, you've got good watch.
Based off of your stuff of the Voyager, the canister crap.
Yeah, you've got a resource.
If you bought a shit ton of the new resource, how quickly can you go in?
If you had unlimited amounts of it and played all day.
The canister thing, the $100 package, it gives you 17K.
And how much do you use once?
The $50, it's only 7,500.
How much does it cost you to find my base?
Hold on. I think it's like 500. Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
So for $50, you're getting 34 uses of that ability?
Yeah, so to advanced scan, which would require you to find the other enemy to stockpile for your refine, is 500.
So it's 500, and you said it's 17,000 for it from a 50 pack. Is that right? Did I hear that right?
Yeah, no, 7,500 for a 50 pack.
Oh.
17,000 is the $100 pack.
Oh, so if you spend $100, you can use it 34 times.
Yeah.
And
it's 500 for both of them. But you still got a 30-minute cooldown on the base one, which will still require you to find, like, if I try to track Senate, you only get it a quick flash once. You can't just pull it up in the battle log every single time.
So wait, when you do it, it flashes and tells you what? Do you have a screen print of that?
Yeah, I haven't seen what it looks like.
Yeah, so what it does is, okay, I don't want to waste the stuff, but
it's an investment for the community.
If you hit scan on somebody's ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you? I'm going to come to you. I want you to tell me where my base is. Or take a screenshot of that. I don't care if you waste it. We wasted so much on this show. It's 500. You'll get more tomorrow.
We didn't waste anything on the show yet.
Huh?
Come down to Corva Alpha. You'll see me at the top of the screen.
Corva Alpha?
Yeah.
Engage.
It's in our territory.
In case it said milk it as much as long as you can, that's their silent motto. Yep. That's pretty much most mobile games, so they're on par with that.
All right, get ready to take a screen print of it if you don't mind. And I don't care, you can post it up publicly. I could give a shit. People, come at me, bro. Hit my base.
Was this like a banner type thing, kind of like getting stung by a mantis? That's what you paid for? It's a choice. You use the
that
juice
should
for
be in
base
there.
or bio ship. What's up, Mr. Belair? And hey, Darius, how are you?
Where are you? You said you're at the north?
Yeah, 12 o'clock position.
Yeah, I see you, but Q's gonna, just smack the shit out of me. as soon as
I
come up.
announced in our alliance chat that
Oh,
I
I
was
see.
doing testing with you.
We'll see how much people respect that.
Yeah. Oh, he's dry humping a base over there. Okay.
Yeah. Because I said something, you should be okay.
Yeah. If not, it's just a ship.
Yep.
All right. I'm next to you.
So A, the cooldown. B, what's it look like when you use this ability? And then a little bit of trivia. We have guys on every alliance who just locate bases. It's not hard. I agree with that too. You're kind of not getting much, but you are. I think I agree with Nuts. Right now, you're not getting much for that, and that's my problem. I'm going to talk about that in a minute, but before we do, what 3 series are left for them to go address after this?
Do you want me to answer this?
Let's let the chat do it. I know that you know it. Let's give people like 60 seconds, see if somebody can pick what the 3 are that they haven't hit yet. I know there's some people in the audience right now that know them. And then if they don't get them, then I know you know them.
So I'm 20 short from hitting you, Senate.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, so it's 1750 to run a scan to do the base certain, and it's 500 to go for the other token pieces.
Does Q have it that he could screenshot it? Let me ask him.
Yep, there's 2 of them. Brain Soup says Prodigy, Nuts and Chocolate says Enterprise. There's 2 of the 3. Send, give it another 30 seconds before you answer. I know you know what the last one is.
I'm not answering. I'm gonna let you do it. And we'll see if you catch. Because I think they're. Hold on a minute. Anyway, I'm talking to Q right.
And Archer better be PvP. I would be looking forward to Enterprise just because, like, for the collecting the cards more than anything else, because I'm an Enterprise fan too. Now, a lot of people aren't. So it's probably the last thing there. Well, I don't know, because you're kind of, if you bring any one of these last 3 in, then it could rock the boat pretty hard too. Enterprise, right. So Enterprise, there you go. Brain Soup got the last one. So Enterprise, Prodigy, and the animated series, TAS.
It could be argued, though, not by me, that the animated series is covered because the characters are covered.
Right.
Know?
True. They could already be in there, but I mean, there's not really... Right, I agree with you. There's what, Imres and maybe one other unique character to... Who's the helmsman in that, to the animated series?
Oh, yeah, A-Rock or whatever it is, that really funky looking dude.
Right, there's like two people that were not in the original series, that were in the animated series, that were like regulars, but the series wasn't even that long anyways. But if you go TAS, it's going to look even more cartoony than Lower Decks was. If you go Prodigy, a lot of people are going to get lost on it because they're going to probably not know what Prodigy is and not realize how great of a show it is.
It's fantastic. Actually, there's 2 characters. There was the cat.
The cat, and then there's the yellow guy that had all the arms, like the extra arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those are the 2 more unique ones that could come in. Strand, looking forward to him. There's still the movies. That's what I thought. Like, they're going to have to go try to address movies. They're going to have to get fed whatever's new coming out and things. So they're going to have to go back and address things. But the problem is trying to get new officer cards for all of these. Like, they're just going to be like new outfits for your officers that they try to cram new abilities on. What I'm saying is that they're going to run out of officers more than they're running out of series to do. Like, we all know... Okay, not no, but fairly certain. Next month, what 3 officers are we going to get? Or 2 officers, probably. A third, possibly. Chakotay, Tuvok, and probably a 7 of 9 card. Instead of just a captain. Fleet commander.
I don't know. They're going to have to find out where whatchamacallit, where they're going to pull their new officers from, because they've got. I mean, who else can they pull?
So what I'm saying is they're gonna have to go back, address all these things again, reach to the bottom of the barrel, and get these characters that no one cares about, or start reskinning old characters. We're gonna get like Chef Cisco or Baseball Cisco. Those things will have to happen.
Neelix, do we?
Hmm?
We still don't have Neelix, do we?
It's a source. Well, we don't have Cass either. So if we're getting Neelix, we'll probably get Cass.
Yeah, they'll probably. Well, they could potentially still come.
Potentially, I think that they're probably going to glass over those this time. I think that Voyager's probably going to end next month with Tuvok, Chakotay, and Seven.
Well,
I don't think they're going to go
Seven,
much further.
They'll probably do Seven, but if they don't bring in Neelix, in some sense, and Cass, I guess, because they have to. But a mechanic to design your own officers would be cool. Oh, God, I remember. What was that? City of Heroes, where you could make your own characters.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what. Skazed. I know I said that wrong.
Oh yeah.
Is alluding to that type of mechanic, and it was pretty sweet.
I think it's SKZ. I think it's somebody's initials are SK and Z. That's what I think. SKZ.
Oh, SKZ, and they're from Canada because it's Z. I gotcha.
Yep, that's my take at it.
Are we right?
Yeah, are we right?
SKZ?
We're all prophesying here today.
But while we're waiting for an answer, it was City of Heroes, and I made a flying shit. It was this little tiny brown turd with yellow spots all over it because he had corn the night before.
The night before he became a superhero.
Yeah.
Man, I agree. Yep, SKZ said that's correct. Look at us, sleuthing it out.
Canada? And Canada? Did we get that one right too?
Could be UK.
Does
That's
the UK
just
say
trick.
Z?
I think they do. I remember Marcus Bronzy from Trek Culture used to get over his spelling of his handle all the time, and he's from the UK, and he used that. That's just Star Trek's timeline. I agree. Brain soup is that we're basically looking at a timeline scenario. If they're going to trying to continue this formula, they're going to run out of characters. They're going to have to go rebrand existing ones. The timeline, like the story content, will get even more laughable. Like, honestly, I haven't hated a lot of the story content since Deep Space Nine came out. Like, actually, when you can take the time and read some of it, they've actually done a pretty good job. I'm worried about it because I think those days are going to be over soon. Maybe people will be able to Southeast Asia APAC server. So we're not correct.
Didn't in one or two episodes of Voyager they had the alternate universe or whatever?
Right, you could go into the mirror universe for some stuff, which would be cool. I would take some of that.
If they bring in Slug, Janeway, I'm done.
So here's where I think a lot of players are going to be done. All right, because I think they open Pandora's box, and a lot of people are going to think I'm crazy with this, but I think that the only way to make people feel like that Voyager ability is useful is to allow people to control an incursion mechanic via something else. Everybody go ahead and say it with me. What is it that's going to be the next logical step for them? It's not logical, but to them it is to make money off of it. They're going to introduce a mechanic at some point in time that will allow you to suppress somebody else's shield so that you can make use of finding where their base is, and that will be the final straw for many players. When your shield no longer matters because somebody else can come in and nuke your shield, and even if it's momentarily suppressed, like not momentarily, but even 10 minutes of it being suppressed, and then it comes back up and people got 10 minutes of scooping from you, big people can scoop the crap out of you in 10 minutes. I think
it depends how much you have.
And I think when that happens, then we know for a fact that they are done with this game, they're done with the community, they're just trying to make a quick buck, like people have said.
I will tell you this. It would have made more sense for them to put that in than to find the base.
Well, you got to do something with the base once you found it.
Well, I get it. But it would have made more sense to nuke the shields, not finding the base, because that, they're always trying to find a way to down shields. This is part of Star Trek, right? Oh, we got to get past the shields. Finding the base, oh, let's put a little tracker on it. That was, Batman and Spider-Man. They had their little bat tracker and spider tracker.
Star Trek Infinite full reveal on Picard Day.
What is that, like, somebody opening their jacket and flashing us?
See, Major Sam, heck yeah, I'm out if that happens. I think that is what I am most concerned about, more so than all the, or running out of officers, more so than G6 is coming. The thing that I am most concerned with is that somebody at Scopely is going to think that's the next thing to make money off of.
Absolutely.
Now we're gonna give a shield disruption device that you can only use like once a day, but that's all it's gonna take. It's probably not gonna completely get rid of your shield, it's gonna suppress it. Just like happens with incursions. You're back on Twitch. A boarding crew?
Yeah, I want a boarding crew. A group of red shirts and they all die anyways.
Or here's another option. There's going to be new regions of space where if you choose to live up there to do whatever you have to, like new hostiles, you won't be able to shield.
Right.
And I'm sorry, there were 71 frames and 114 new avatars.
Right.
And let's not forget the all-important hailing frequency.
I don't hate hailing frequencies.
I don't hate it, but it's not when there's so much to be fixed. Fucking fix the goddamn game.
Yeah, I agree with that. There's one thing I really hate about hailing frequencies, other than that they exist and that I like them, is I hate the 30-second cooldown in both directions. I think it should either be like a 5-minute cooldown, or like other times I wish it was like a 5-second cooldown so I could just spam it, and that's why it's not that. But that's my problem. My game crashes constantly. It makes me tired. Yeah.
Yeah. And Darius is like the athletic damages to bypass the shield, but kind of, but not the base shields, Darius. That's what Dan was talking about.
Right. I 100% think, not that it's a good idea, but I think that somebody's going, like, I think that's the next step for them, is if you're willing to go, hey, we're going to go let you spend an ability to go find somebody's base. Somebody at Scopely's going, here's part 2. We're going to go make it to where people are going to want this whole combo, and they can actually go suppress somebody's shield. And then the last thing will be that they will, maybe before that, honestly, maybe before they end up giving you that might be the third part of this, because the second part would be a Mantis Sting type thing on players' bases that keeps them from being able to relocate their base.
How about give me a grind token?
A one that like autopilots your ship?
You select the ship you want. You turn on your grind token for 30 minutes, an hour, whatever, but you're only allowed to go to one galaxy to do the grind.
Stop talking like that. They take it as what you want. No, Scopely will always make a liar out of me, so I think I'm doing the community a service by looking down the road in my crystal ball and saying this. So maybe we can prevent it from happening, but I don't think that's the case. I think this is already happening on their end. I bet you there is somebody already at Scopely who, if they haven't figured it out yet, more so than fixing bugs, they're trying to figure out how to get that in the game and monetize it. I think right now, as we speak, somebody is already working on that there.
I would not put it past them. I'll tell you that. Now, Nuts brings up the game crashes constantly, and I'm looking back on some of the known issues that they've posted.
You stop it.
Game crashes is been yellow on their known issues. Well, they've only started tracking since version 50.
You play it on your phone? Are you Android or iOS? I think Nuts is almost always on his phone. No, I know it doesn't matter.
Go into the events. Every time, at some point when you get to the main event screen, it's locking up. And this goes back to how they're transferring data.
Yep.
You know, and how much data they're transferring. It's, you know, and I can't even blame the developers, because they're probably put under some ungodly demands to make this happen. I'm air quoting that, you know, because you always have that, you know, the guy from Office Space, you know, sitting over your desk. If you could do this by,
that would be great.
You know, tomorrow, that would be great.
I 100% agree with both Major Sam and Welch on that. I think that makes sense for them to do if they know that they're going to go piss off the community at some point in time. Carrot and stick is go, here's your prime that lets you load up and spend this resource to go autopilot your ship. 100% agree. I don't think they're working on that, but I think like they should have just bought the bot. They should have went and got the whatever that grind bot was that was out there that people were using and figured out how to monetize that bad boy. But SK is at 100%. Like you can take the bugs, the crash, the drops, the glitches, the true ups of every kind, but the minute they touch those base shields, you're out. Yep. I think that's the way that most of the player base is going to be. Some people will try to stick it out, but I think this game will become a ghost town pretty quickly. The minute that they introduce a mechanic that lets people just go drop, like incursion people's bases and just be like, aha, your shield dropped.
That would get them into a lawsuit.
Apparently they have really good lawyers. I would imagine. You don't make the kind of money they make without having lots of lawyers on retainer.
Their TOS, then it doesn't matter.
Like, so Nut says Android 4 or 5 times in a row sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
The weirdest times too. It's not like I've had issues with my client at like non-critical times. Like, what I would consider to be non-critical. Like not when like incursions are smooth as butter, but then like 2 days after incursions for no reason. Do what?
Incursions ran smooth as butter?
For me? Yeah, no, okay. I'm not saying gameplay wise it did, but I'm saying as far as server performance went, client performance, it was smooth. No, yeah, I am not condoning the last iteration of incursions by any means.
I was about to book my flight down there, man.
Oh god,
I
no.
know where you live.
Yeah.
And I would have just smack the shit out of you that day. You would have seen me come up around the side of the camera and
I was off-sync on Twitch. What the hell? I don't know. I don't know what the flip's going on with this.
You know, Dan's just a bad dubbing from a Godzilla movie.
Right. Oh, we had some messages from somebody.
Actually, my audio is truly in sync.
Who's trying to reach out to me? Somebody's calling me out of nowhere. They're on mutual servers. They're on talking Treks, Server 80, and Star Trek Officer Tool. I don't know who this is. But I missed a call.
Oh, so they probably want to participate.
Right. They're probably telling me about my car's expiring warranty.
Yeah, so you know what? I am seeing a little bit of a sync. Restream may be the problem because I'm seeing it lag a little bit here and there.
How about on YouTube? Does it come in through also? And I've heard that Restream plays better on YouTube than it does on Twitch.
Well, I'm watching Restream broadcast, not Twitch or YouTube.
And it's off-sync on Restream?
Every once in a while, it almost operates like going into the event screen on Scopely.
Maybe it's when I'm going into the event screen on Scopely. I need to go check and see if my CPU like shoots through the roof when I do that.
It's not the CPU, it's your internet. It's taking all your bandwidth.
Which is weird. I need to go bitch to my ISP because yeah, my CPU uses 12% right now. I'm using very little, and I'm using less than 10% of my RAM. So that's not it. I have to go complain to my ISP because I promise you, everybody who's here, everybody who's stuck it out last week, troopers, I rebooted this at like 5:30. Rebooted every network piece of equipment that I have to try to give us a better experience than last time.
Is that why you kicked the wife and kid out?
Nah, they went
they
something
get in the
else.
house because of the game.
Yep. Yeah, they were like, oh, you're playing that stupid Star Trek game again.
You're not allowed to watch a movie while I'm streaming.
Yep. Playing on iOS on the latest iPhone is Garbo lately runs so poorly after any decent amount of time. Yikes. I've never played on iOS.
Well, here's my thing. On my tablet, it does not.
I've updated both my phone and my tablets to newer.
I have the Android, and I don't have the same problems, but I'm only using the tablet. I'm not using my phone.
I use PC most of the time, and then very infrequently the phone these days.
I'm mostly on the PC. I get up in the mornings and do some dailies while I'm sitting having my coffee out in the sunroom.
Yeah.
And I use the tablet out there. Doing anything real, like you're, dry humping the base there.
Yep.
I would do that on the PC because Ripper's mod makes it so damn easy.
Yes. You know. Spacebar. Oh man.
So SKZ is not a PvPer, but would like to try it every now and then. You should. It's quite fun.
Yep. iOS is one of their bigger issues. Is anybody using Mac client? Is that happening there too? That's a good question. Oh yeah, that was you asking that, wasn't it?
Yeah, that is a good question. Thanks for bringing that up.
Well, I didn't see it until just now. Trying to get caught up on chat. I'm dry humping a base over here and staring at all my metrics and just
You don't even
mentally
wanna
cursing
talk
my
about
ISP.
Scopely's. Scopely's internet, even on their own site, they have that little Wi-Fi icon.
Yeah, when they were like, here's some new features coming. We've got... They were like, check out these space emojis. And they had this stupid disconnecting icon. Stupid.
Something's wrong with your internet. No, Scopely, it's you.
Yeah, Josh. Oh, man. In 16 hours, 16 minutes, it's Super Pillim Saturday. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Congrats to
what?
Mr. Belair. Mr. Belair is going to build his Pillim, and I think he's going to have it all the way at tier 5 right away, I think he said. It's awesome. He's been waiting months for that. Yeah, we'll push to Ops 46 and have my new Pillim tier 5. Check that out.
You go. And just realize you've got more expense to get it further. That's what's pissing me off. Okay, so I was talking to somebody about this, and one of the things that they could do to fix some of the resourcing problems, and they royally jacked this up. How hard is it to get trit and par and dilithium? They should make it is part of the game, the mining, but they should make it more lucrative to mine that stuff. You know, more.
Oh, yeah. They have those systems that have the big nodes, and it's like, I see people out there sometimes on them, but not often.
What's that?
Mining your resources, dilithium, titanium, and par steel. I think that's what Sid was saying.
That was bad enough, even when you've got the ship and it's maxed out and you're using the damn crew recommended. And it still takes like 18 days.
Yeah. Where it's like, oh, hey, congratulations on that new ship that you just got a bigger warp range. Here's a new story mission. Now go mine 5 billion dilithium.
If I have that show up, that bitch gets archived and never brought out.
Oh, gosh. I hate those.
Yeah, but mining, it's stupid because you have to donate.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard enough right now, and Welch, you're probably at the same point. If I want to upgrade my guns, my buildings, my docks, I am so I don't have the ore, I don't have the gas, I don't have the crystal, and to get it for one building, it's $100 per to get enough to do that.
I don't have that issue.
Are you not upgrading your buildings, or have you gotten them all up to the 54s?
I mean, I'm working on the docks and stuff like that, but I'm also in no rush anymore.
Yeah, that's me. I could give two shaking shits. I'm staying exactly where I am, and when I have the opportunity, I will take it. Otherwise, you know, there may be something that, you know, is that shiny new thing that twinkles in my eye that I may buy, but it's not going to be what it used to be. And I'm not going to lie. I've purchased. No, we're not going to talk about the 20 packs.
Yeah, we will.
Bel Air and nuts.
And Zen Kane, if he's around. He hasn't been around in a while. We've been missing our buddy from Australia.
Yeah. Well, somebody's going to bust my balls for the 20 pack or the 200 pack or the 20,000 pack. I don't know what they're calling it.
Yeah, that's who it was. That was Daryl. He'd get you all the time.
Daryl gets me, but I think Bell and
Nuts. Yeah.
Nuts have busted my a little bit on that too.
Yeah.
But no, I
like missions
I
too.
know that I've spent way too much money on this game, but it's over.
Yeah. I haven't spent nearly as much as you guys have. I'm not getting the battle pass. I'm calling it. I'll be a liar if I go buy the stupid battle pass. I'm not getting it this time.
I bought the $20 one. I know Welch likes to wait till the end because he likes it to be like Christmas morning. But I just said screw it. I bought the $20 pack because
I like
it's
totals.
still entertainment value.
Yep. It's definitely entertainment value. But I look at
also hold off to wait because of the epic officers and how close I can get for a closeout.
oh yeah to unlock them.
And
You try to
that's what I'm saying. I don't
Yeah,
care
well, you're
about
trying to
the
decide between the $20 and the $100 battle pass in a lot of cases there.
So here's also where they're failing. All these new officers, and I think there's 51. All of these new officers that they're bringing out are almost like one-trick ponies, just like the ships, just like the research. It's all one-trick pony stuff. Oh, it's great in this situation when you're on this type of ship against this type of hostile.
Yep. Well, but G6 is the only thing that's going to give us new faction ships, I think. I don't foresee, it's never happened in the game before to my knowledge where they just added new faction ships without expanding that cap like they did into
the only
G5.
thing they could do, there's not a whole lot of ships that they can bring out from canon.
Right. They've already used pretty much all of them.
Right. What are they going to bring out? The Enterprise or the original Enterprise NCO-1 and say that's the most powerful ship?
Oh, right. The NXO-1 from actual Enterprise. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Columbia NXO-2.
Yes, right. Those will be their ships, but they're going to look exactly the same? No.
Right.
But I can see them bringing out the Enterprise G.
Yeah. It's going to look like Borderlands over here with just like ridiculous, like they're going to have like, you had like your Kelvin turn in, or your Saladin, and then your Kelvin's basically a Saladin with a little extra warp coil on it. What's that called? That nacelle on it?
It's a mutant, Sally.
Right. And then you've got your, what is that? Yeah, the Newton that has 4 warp nacelles. So it's just going to be like, it's going to be 16 warp nacelles on whatever the Federation interceptor is.
Wait a minute. In the last episode of TNG, when they were going through his Picard's life, wasn't there? I don't remember what Enterprise was it was, but there was 3 nacelles on that one.
Yeah, that's what they're going to have to do, is they're going to have to go jump into future things, Discovery and all that, and G6 is just going to be like, hey guys, we're not doing a G7. We're never going to get there. G6 is going to be the end.
I don't even think they can do a G6. What kind of content could they put in there?
So they'll figure it out. They'll steal it from somewhere.
But they have the Titan. Great. So they're going to give us the next version of the Vidar?
Right. They really should have kept those in their pocket, and Titan and Voyager should have been 2 of your ships that were Federation-based for the G6. Yeah.
Right. I mean, they can make up whatever they want in the Klingon and Romulan, but everybody's hyper-focused on Federation.
Yeah, I'll tell you, okay, go look at what they've done with Voyager. All right? Everything Voyager, and reskin it with Enterprise. Like, reskin it with Enterprise, NX-01, Xindi, all of that stuff, and it would have made more sense canonically in-game that you can just go jump out there, and there's the Xindi who have the orb builders and all that kind of stuff that had weird technology. All that stuff makes way more sense than what they've done with Voyager. Voyager should have been G6. That should have been your tie-in to G6, and had all that crazy weird technology out there you could have pulled from.
Well, see, Voyager, if they were going to use it for the G6, it would have been perfect from the standpoint that they could introduce Kazon. They had all the enemies out there, the species 8472, 867, 5309, whatever it was. That they could have used that as one of the big ships.
Yep.
But they limited themselves to 3 factions. And now the introduction of the new factions in the way that they did are not even factions. They're just currency, research, and grind.
Right.
You can call it a faction all you want. It's not.
So the only other thing potentially that they could end up doing with G6, unless they just really just go take all this to like laughable degrees, right? Where you got like the Legionary that kind of gets a little bit bigger to be the Augur, that gets even bigger to get to, what is that, the Corvus? Am I right there? That gets like, it's a bigger Augur.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you just keep going.
Not the Augur. Corvus is next on the
I'm looking at Battleship, which
Eldor.
Yeah. What's the that's right. So what am I thinking of for the
But no,
Battleship?
I could see them doing this as
Trivia.
a mechanic in the game, and they will this will be like watching a monkey fuck a football trying to see them make this happen. But every one of your ships, if you go into G6, you have the ability to upgrade it.
Oh, you mean like beyond upgrading, like evolve the ship, like augment it?
It will be like a Pokemon.
Yeah, like new evolutions of a ship.
Yep, and I could see them doing that.
That's what they have to. They have got to do that.
But that would be
Species Ginny.
Huh?
Species Ginny. Mr. Miller was saying with your 8675 species 8675309.
Yes.
Tribune. Thank you,
then
Denverstone.
have the
That's what I meant.
Tribune, right? You go up to that stupid ship.
Right. So then you're gonna have to take the Tribune and then give it like Narada tentacles or something.
No. What you do is you know what is it? The Pilum and the Valdor are great ships. You mate them together because it looks.
Yeah, you just amalgam all the other ships for a. What's better than a battleship? An exploitable scepter.
Well, no, they look like they can mate.
Yeah, just take. It's just gonna Voltron. You're just gonna take all the ships from all the other ones and just overlay them all together, and it's gonna be every ship type. The Omega ship type.
Although
we cracked the code.
Voltron come out would be fucking hilarious. Or I'm building sword or whatever the fuck that was.
So I think Welch might be onto something. It would make almost more sense to go G6 as Mirror Universe.
That would be a great idea, but
probably not the one Scopely had.
You know, we are already in a mirror universe. If you really want to think about it.
We're already we're in like a I don't know, like a prism universe.
Because nothing in here. This.
At least Timelines tried to give you a reason for the way that the universe was. It was like, you know.
Timelines tried, they just failed too, but for a different reason because there was no engagement that
well,
made
it was
sense.
Q and a lot of like basically like, hey, Q's fucking with everything, so here's cards. We don't have Q in here.
Right. I didn't even think about Q.
It's amazing we don't have Q. Right.
Every one of them is named Q.
Yeah, so G6, that would be kind of funny. Oh, you got to put your Q crew up there. It's Q, Q, and Q.
Yes, but which Q? Q.
Q. Don't ever, like they have, like, pick and all that stuff. Like, no, never do it. They're just all named Q. Just frustrate the shit out of everybody. What group? The Q Continuum.
They've already got every version of Pike.
Q's going to be the one. Okay, either Q or it's going to be your Mirror Universe tech. That's gonna, like, your Klingon Cardassian alliance is gonna be what drops shields. It's probably gonna be Q. They're gonna be like, here's your Q cannon, snap your fucking fingers, drain somebody, we don't care, give us your money, we're done.
They don't have Alexander in this.
Yeah, they don't have, they don't have the Traveler, Wesley. Yeah, we don't have Nog.
Yeah, at least, they don't have, okay, wait a minute, but what about the...
They don't have Cassidy Yates.
Right. They don't have Sonya or whatever her name was from Picard season 1.
Oh, yeah. Daj. Soji and Daj. Yeah.
Soji and Daj, yes, thank you.
Yep. We don't have, what do you want to call it? Data and lore combined.
47 versions of Data, right?
Not enough, yeah. Oh,
right,
man.
We need more data. We don't need more Spocks. How many more Spocks can you give us?
We need a Vic Fontaine before they give up on this game.
Oh my god, Vic Fontaine. I hated that in Timelines. My lord. Holy shit.
So we need Q still. We need Vic Fontaine.
We also need what's her trap?
Which one? Which one?
Riker's Melody? No, was that her name?
Huh? Oh,
the holodeck girl. God, my brain is fried.
Minuet.
Minuet, thank you.